Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to write we are going to code another exercise. And in today's lesson, we would like to write a function that count the number of even and odd numbers in an array. So we need to write a function that in the end iterates over all the elements of a function and tell us how many odd numbers and how many even numbers are included in that array. To do that, we need a function to make the code very clean. So we start with the int main function. We initialize one array. By now we know how to declare and initialize an array. Then we calculate the size. In order to calculate the size of an array, we calculate the size of the array divided by the size of the first element. So this way we know how many elements are included uh, in this array. And then in order to count the number of even and odd numbers, we just declare two new integers like even count and odd count. So then we call our function and we are passing four arguments. The first one is the array, the second one is the size of the array, and the third and the fourth one are the integers that we declared here that they are going to do the counting for us to count the number of even numbers and odd numbers in this array. So let's go up here. When we call the function, we are coming up here. The name of the function is here. It's the void type. In the parentheses, we see the arguments. We see four arguments here separated by comma. So the first one is the array of type int. The second one is the size of the array by type int. The third one and fourth one also they are type int. However, they are passed by reference. So let me review the concept of passed by value and passed by reference one time here. So you see these two values are passed by value because there is no and sign behind them, before them. It's a passed by value. So basically in passed by value, we are making a copy of the original numbers or arrays, and we send the copy of them to the function and let the function to work with the copy. So any modification that is made to the array or the size integer is going to be locally implemented here, and it's not going to have any impact in the array and the size in the main function, because this function is working with a copy of the original value because it's a call by value. Okay. However, when we are doing the call by reference and the sign is having this and behind the before the name of the integers, we are calling by reference, and calling by reference means that we are giving the address where these two values are stored in the memory, and it is going and directly working with the original values. Therefore it is making modifications to these values. So any changes that are done here is going to impact on these two. So this is the basic concept of call by reference and call by value, and why we are passing these two why we are passing these two arguments using call by reference, because this function is actually going to count the number of even and odd numbers for us. Therefore it's important to know the output value in this main function as well. This is why we need a call by reference. But for the first two values, we don't need any output from this function for these two arguments. Therefore we are just calling by value. Okay, now that we know the difference between call by reference and call by value, we are initializing these two past numbers to 0 because they were only declared and they were not initialized. We are initializing them here. In order to iterate over all the elements of an array, we need to use for loops. So we start from 0 and we go up to the size. This we know from before, and we are increasing the value of I one by one. So we are going through all the elements one by one. And then in order to see if a number is odd or even, we need to define if-else conditions. To do that, we say if the ith element of array is divided by 2 and its remainder, using modulo sign here, and its remainder equals 0, it means the number is even. Therefore, increase the value of even count by 1, because we found one even number. And if this condition is not going to pass, go to the else, because if the number is not even, it is for sure an odd number, and increase the odd. Okay, let me make some further analyze of the code here, so it would be easier to follow. So we are starting to we start to go through all the elements of the array here, and the first one is 10. So I equals 0, we enter the loop. Here I equals 0, we enter the loop, and it is investigating to see if the first element, the ith element of the array, which is the first one in this case, because I equals 0, if this number is divided by 2, its remainder equals 0 or not. The first element of the array is 10. So 10 divided by 2, the remainder will be 0. Yes? So the remainder equals 0. Therefore, it's an even number. So we say even count equals 1 now. Then, when this condition is passed, we are going up again, and now I equals 1. Therefore, we are investigating the second element of the array. So we are saying that basically we are entering with I equals 1. We are basically discussing array in the bracket 1, which is the second element of the array, which is 15. And we are basically saying that if 15 is divided by 2, its remainder equals to 0 or not in this line. Okay? We are saying that 15 divided by 2, the remainder equals 0? No. When the answer is no, it's not going to enter to this part. It's going to escape because it's not passing the condition. Therefore, it is going to enter the else part, and it is increasing the value of odd count equals 1 now. And now that it's done, we go up again, we increase the value of I one more time, because it is going to iterate until I is lower than the size of the array. And the size of the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I is going to take from 0 to 6. So I equals 2, and then we are discussing the third element of the array. So the third element is 20. We are basically in this condition discussing if 20 is divided by 2, the remainder will be equal to 0. Yes? Yes, this is true, because 20, if it's divided by 2, the output will be 10 and the remainder is 0. Therefore, we are going to increase the value of the even count another time. So this time it is equal to, because previously it was 1, and then we are increasing another time in this line, so it equals 2. Okay, now I equals 3. We are basically discussing the fourth element of the array. So the fourth element is 25. I equals 3, it enters, it says that ARR in the bracket number 3, which is the fourth element of the array. If it's divided by 2, its remainder equals to 0 or not. So here basically 25, if it's divided by 2, the remainder is not going to be equal to 0. Therefore, it's not going to enter this condition and it's going to enter else. And when it enters else, it's going to increase the odd count integer by another 1 value. So odd count, previously we had it here, it was equal to 1. And now we are going to add another 1 number to it, so it is going to equal to 2. So basically this is the logic of the code. Now if I run, you will see how many odd and even numbers we have in this array. So basically 1, 2, 3, and 4 even numbers are included in this array, and we have 3 odd numbers in this array. So let's run. Okay, great. We see exactly like the number of even numbers and number of odd numbers. Okay, so here we do all of the calculation, that we call the function here and we do all of the calculation here. After everything is finished, we are coming back to the main function, of course, and we are going to print number of even numbers, or we are printing the even count, and number of odd numbers, we are going to print odd count. Okay, and we see that the number of even numbers is 4 equals to 4 and odd numbers equals to 3. This is what we expected actually. And the important thing, just to summarize and highlight, is to do this by calling by reference, because these two numbers are going to change here. We are actually calculating their value one by one here. We are incrementing their value, and then we are printing the final value that we got here in the main function. So if it's a call by value, it's not going to have the output the correct number, because it's not going to change. When the function is finished, it's finished and everything else is deleted. Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you do these coding exercises yourself, because it's very important. They may seem and they may look easy and understandable, but you will never make errors until you do it yourself. So please do go ahead and do it yourself. Please make errors, because it's important to know where the errors come from, and then you can improve from there. And you can always come back to these videos and review the logic and analyzing the code, so you will find exactly how you need to improve your coding. Thank you for watching.